Our government recognizes the importance of youth entrepreneurship in a dynamic economy as ours. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you for your question. The member from the Rock.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. My question is to the Premier. Premier, yesterday on your radio show, Shelley Correa phoned in to voice her concerns about the negative health effects that wind turbines are having on her son. You failed to answer her question yesterday about the wind turbines, but maybe you will decide that you will answer the question that I have for you today. Do you believe that the intent of the Oak Ridges Moraine Act was to include 50-story wind turbines?
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Well, I believe I did take the question from the caller that the member is speaking to, Mr. Speaker, and what I said was that, and I will paraphrase because I don't remember exactly what I said, but what I know, Mr. Speaker, is that we made a decision about green energy. That is exactly true, and that we want clean, renewable energy. We've shut down all the coal-fired plants, Mr. Speaker. We made that decision that was in the best interest of the air quality in this province and people across the province, Mr. Speaker, the health of children, and that is a point that I will continue to make, Mr. Speaker, because it underpins the reason that we moved into the green energy. The other issue, Mr. Speaker, is the creation of 31,000 jobs. So there are contracts in place, there are approvals underway, Mr. Speaker, and I know that the member opposite is aware of all of those things, Mr. Speaker.
Well, Premier, your government, through the Minister of the Environment, approved an industrial wind farm with turbines the size of Toronto skyscrapers. Whoa. 5 of these turbines will be built beside what was supposed to be a natural, serene, and tranquil Buddhist temple in my riding. These turbines will impact the Oak Ridges Moraine, which is an environmentally sensitive geological landform that is protected under the Oak Ridges Moraine Conservation Plan. Your government promised better communication with communities in siting these turbines. You did repeat that on your radio show yesterday. You failed to answer the people of Ontario called into your radio show. You failed to consult these communities as promised. Will you make the right things right and call a moratorium on these wind turbines?
Thank you. Premier.
Mr. Speaker. Well, I was very pleased to be on the radio show and to take calls along with the Minister of Transportation and Infrastructure and along with Teresa DeFelice from CAA, Mr. Speaker. There were lots of questions that came in. We took as many as we could in the time that was available, Mr. Speaker. And I acknowledged that the issues around the siting of wind turbines has been contentious, Mr. Speaker. I also made it clear, and I make it clear again, that we have put new rules in place, Mr. Speaker. We said we were going to change the process to give communities more input into where those pieces of energy infrastructure would be sited, Mr. Speaker. We have done that, and we will continue to advocate for clean energy, Mr. Speaker. There was an energy summit, an energy innovation summit here last week, Mr. Speaker. People from across the country and outside of the country were here to share ideas about how we can do more to conserve and create clean energy in Ontario and beyond.
Yes, my question is to the Premier, Mr. Speaker. Last year, the government tried to prevent the release